So, Bleach might be back. Hi everyone. I appreciate it has been some time since we last spoke. The recent history of this channel has been tumultuous at best. Ever since the manga ended a few years ago now, I've kind of stepped away from talking about the series a bit, despite the fact that there has been quite a bit to talk about in that time. We obviously had the Bleach live action movie on Netflix, which, for the record, I thought was pretty good. We had obviously Bleach Brave Souls, which has really taken off, and I play that a hell of a lot. Really love the game, and I think it's done some amazing things for the fandom and for the franchise in the absence of any new canon material, at least in manga form, because we have also had Can't Fear Your Own World, which is the novelization of the kind of, it's like a small sequel arc to the manga, which I believe to be canon, although I'm not sure there's ever been official word, though obviously Kubo has drawn sketches for it and stuff like that. And I think it's pretty safe to assume it is canon material at this point. But since the manga ended, we haven't had any additional manga content, so to speak. And so the Bleach fanbase, I think, has probably been crying out for something new. And it would appear that that new whatever it is might have just arrived in the form of something called Bleach Face Again. So I wanted to kind of resurrect this channel as a place to talk about Bleach, to discuss Bleach. I've got a hell of a lot of ideas in the pipeline to kind of look at the series as a whole from the perspective of a superfan, self-proclaimed superfan, who knows probably a little too much about the characters and the world they inhabit, and just go through, over the course of the next few months, looking at retrospectives, in-depth discussions on individual characters and stuff like that. And I thought Bleach Face Again and its impending announcement was a good place to start. But some housekeeping just before we begin. Things have changed for me since I last did a video, which actually was on Super Smash Bros. About a year ago. I've moved house. I'm in a totally different location now, which hopefully creates a slightly nicer backdrop for these videos. All 74 volumes of Bleach, plus 3 that are in Korean, which a friend of mine got for me when he was there. Just as a side note, let me know in the comments below what your favourite volume cover is for Bleach. I'm not entirely sure about mine. That's potentially a video that I'll get to another time. But just let me know in the comments below what your favourite is. Anyway, Bleach Face Again. That's the main thing. That's the main reason we're here. And obviously the internet is rife with speculation. Face Again was originally teased probably about a month ago, I reckon. Maybe a little longer than that. And it's a project for Bleach's 20th anniversary. Bleach was released in 2001, I believe. That was the first time it appeared in Shonen Jump. So we're obviously coming up to the 20th anniversary. And this mysterious project was due to be announced at, I think it's called Anime Japan, towards the end of the month. But that was obviously cancelled because of the coronavirus. And I know that a lot of us thought that, oh no, we're not going to get anything about Face Again for ages, but actually they've decided to just do it in a live stream instead, which is fantastic news for us. The live stream will be done in English on Saturday the 21st of March. I'm not entirely sure of the time, but I will be trying to watch it live. But the real question is, of course, what is it? Now, all we have currently is a teaser website, which I'll link in the description below if somehow you haven't seen it yet, where essentially the title Bleach Face Again comes up. It's completely new font, completely new typeface for Face Again. Whatever this is, it has got a brand new title and a countdown timer by the hour, in fact, until that event, about almost 2 weeks from the time of recording. So, and also on that, every time you load up the page, a picture of a character shows up from the manga, and that includes images from the Thousand Year Blood War, so there are a couple of Sternritters thrown in there. And obviously speculation is rife as to what Face Again actually is, and I just wanted to kind of throw my hat in the ring as a fan of Bleach, what I want it to be and what I think it will be, and maybe, what I don't want it to be. To be honest, though, as a fan of Bleach, I'll kind of take anything at this point, because we have kind of had a bit of a dry spell in terms of actual new stuff. So here's the three things I think it could be. I think Face Again will either be a small, and I'm talking small, continuation of the canon manga. It will be a sequel to Bleach, but it won't be very long. And I think there's a, if anything, it will focus on Kazui and stuff like that. I think there's a couple of things to take note of here, which I'll get into again in a sec. I just want to talk about what I think it could be first. I think the other thing it could be, and I think this is probably the most highly requested thing from the fan base, is the anime adaptation of the Thousand Year Blood War. I was kind of on this bandwagon for a little while, but I'm not overly convinced it's going to be that. However, I do think maybe we could get more than one reveal at this event. And I think the third thing it could be is the one I don't want it to be, which is something like an art book. Something like an Unmasked or another Bleach Jet, something like that. I'm not going to say no to anything at the end of the day, but that's the one I want it to be the least. So let's just kind of go through them all. And I want to start with the anime, because I think that's the most pertinent one on everyone's mind. Everyone wants the Thousand Year Blood War to be animated. I know I do. I'd love to see the Sturmritters fully voiced, animated, and stuff like that. Brave Souls is doing a fantastic job of giving us things like the Zero Division, and eventually the Sturmritters will bound to become to the game. And we get to see them, alive, as it were, but it's not the same as the anime. So I know that that's what everyone wants. And a part of me thinks there's a decent chance of it being the anime, but my personal prediction is that whatever Face Again is not the anime. But there is a chance of the anime being revealed at the same event. And I think that the reason for that is because there's there's maybe more than a couple of voice actors going to the event, I think. Ichigo's voice actor's there, Byakuya, I think. I can't remember who else. I'm pretty sure there's more than that. But, that kind of maybe lends credence to the idea that the anime is going to come back in some form or another. But I don't think Face Again is necessarily the anime. And the reason for that is, what does that necessarily have to do with the anime? And also, why would they use... See, now I'm thinking about it, my own arguments are kind of self-defeating. I was about to say, why would they use the manga panels to advertise the anime? And the font and everything like that, it's all black and white, kind of feels more like a manga advert. But at the same time, of course they're going to use the manga panels if they're going to do the anime version of a manga-only arc. So that kind of self-defeats my own argument. There was talk of the fact that the countdown timer started at hour 366, referencing the anime episodes, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, that's a lock. It's the anime. But that has been deconfirmed. I think it actually started around 370. That doesn't mean it's not the anime, but it just means that it's not correlating to the amount of episodes that were released. I think there's a decent chance of Face Again being a manga sequel. However, it feels to me more like a manga reveal of sorts, just because of the way it's being presented, I guess. But having never really been invested in an anime revival of a long-running franchise before, I guess I don't necessarily know what to expect. I would just say that I would temper expectations, perhaps. I think there is reason to get excited. I mean, Shonen Jump, Shueisha, whoever's in control of this, are hyping this up. There's no denying it. You don't do a 2-week countdown by the hour if it's absolutely nothing. If it's, I hesitate to say just an art book, because it's still, an art book is still nice, but I definitely think it's something that the fan base is going to be excited for. I think they know that as well. I think there's a definite air of wanting to celebrate the series, which again kind of makes me think it might be a sort of sequel of sorts. I don't know. It just feels like a manga reveal to me, but it could very well be the anime. And that's why they're showcasing some Thousand Year Blood War panels, but they are also showcasing panels from older parts of the series as well. So, yeah, to be honest, my mind is all over the place with this potential reveal. I'm just incredibly excited to see what the hell it actually is. So, I mean, if I had to put money on something, I would say that Face Again, although Face Again itself could be referencing, coming back to the series, but that could be anything, though. That could be coming back to the series in a general sense, or in an anime sense, it could be anything. So I don't necessarily know if the name Face Again is going to help us out much. But if I had to put money on anything, I would say that Face Again is going to be a manga reveal of sorts, but then they might also reveal an anime adaptation during the same live stream. That's probably hoping for too much, so temper expectations, but you know, that's what I would love to see, and that's what I think could happen. So guys, let me know, what do you think Bleach Face Again is? How excited are you? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you guys play Bleach Brave Souls, drop your friend codes down below. I'll also leave mine in the description if you want to add me. That would be awesome. But yeah, until next time, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, so you can get these Bleach videos back on track. And it's good to be back. I'm super excited to see what the future of the series holds. So until next time, guys, see ya.